Now, we're going to start with Chelsea following their 1-0 defeat in the Carabao Cup Final to Liverpool's under-12s yesterday. Gary Neville branded. Then the blue £1 billion bottle jobs. Chelsea boss Mauricio Pochettino was asked for his thoughts on Neville's comments after the game.
I don't hear what he said, but I think if you compare the age of the two groups, I think it's similar. But I have good relationship with Gary, and I don't know if that is how I can take his opinion, but I respect his opinion. Of course, we made few changes, like Gallagher and of course Chilwell on extra time. But it's true, we didn't keep the energy, that was how we finished on the second half. I don't know how you can describe this situation, but for sure I feel proud. I feel proud to the players. I think they made big effort. We are a young team and nothing to compare with Liverpool, and I think it's not fair to talk in this way.
Well, I think it's fair. Firstly, when you start saying, if you look at the average age, forget that, Pochettino. If you look at your team, when you've got players like Caicedo and Fernandes and Sterling, players that have cost a lot of money, Jackson as well, and then you look at Liverpool's under-12, some players for the Liverpool team, certainly when they made all these substitutions, I was thinking, are you sure you've got that right and it's not a competition winner? Because I've never heard of him.
Honestly, I'm not going to lie to you. I know sometimes you like to sit here and think, give it the big one. I know everything.
Yeah.
As they were making substitutes, I had my iPad in front of me, having to Google some of these kids.
Yeah.
But listen, fair play, and again, that comes from the manager, because when you look at the Liverpool youngsters that came on, not one of them looked out of place.
No.
They come on,
and that is down to the manager.
Yeah,
you're right.
they come on, they play with his freedom. It's like Jurgen Klopp's given them the confidence. But on the flip side for Chelsea, my goodness, some of the performances. I mean, whoever kind of give the green light for the Mudryk transfer for that amount of money deserve to be sacked.
£88 million. And
for that
8-year deal.
He came on and had no impact. When he came on, I thought, this might be his moment. Big pitch, Liverpool getting tired. His biggest attribute is his pace. He showed absolutely nothing.
But none of them did.
Do you know what? I thought Gallagher did all right. He was probably the only one I thought...
Divided opinion when he was subbed off.
Yeah, but I thought he was the only one who looked like... I know he missed a glaring chance and he hit the post with another, but at least he looked like he had the opportunity to score a goal, a bit of energy. But, I mean, this Chelsea squad, Caicedo looks nowhere near the player we saw at Brighton. Enzo Fernandez, for the money they paid, he's got the worst pass appreciation I think I've ever seen. Even a little 5-yard pass or a 10-yard pass so your teammate can control it and then do something with it. Awful. And even the decision at the end, when they had the opportunity... Who tries to backheel it at that point?
I know.
Control it, roll it to Cole Palmer, he puts it in the goal 1-0.
But those players you talked about, Enzo, Caicedo, I personally do think the answer is yes. Do you not think under a better manager like Klopp, you get a better player out of them?
Potentially, they're not bad players because Liverpool wanted the same players.
Well, exactly.
And they wanted them two players. But listen, if you're a Chelsea fan, you're looking at that yesterday, and I know a lot of them wanted Jorginho out. He would have been so much better in that situation than Caicedo.
To control it.
One of the things Jorginho does better than anyone is control the pace of a game. Even Kovacic, they let Kovacic go to City. You can't tell me that Kovacic and Jorginho are not better than Caicedo and Enzo.
3 cup finals he's been in, Pochettino. Lost all 3, hasn't scored in any of them. Is there a problem with the manager?
Well, listen, I used to sit here on breakfast and have this argument with Sam Ellard all the time. He used to tell me that Pochettino was an elite level manager.
Yeah.
And that he's elite manager because of what he did at Tottenham, and the job he did was fantastic, but he had no budget. He's gone to Chelsea where the budget's huge and still nothing. So I look at what Klopp did with the kids yesterday and I go, yeah, top level management. I look at what Pochettino did with the substitutions, the way they set up, the way that they're playing. I still don't understand how they're trying to play Chelsea. That's the big thing.
Their next game, live on talkSPORT 2 on Wednesday, Leeds.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, for so many reasons, that's a massive
I hope I'm not
game.
in that area when that kicks off.
Wait, if Leeds win, could that be the end? I don't really understand why you would want to keep a manager that obviously isn't good enough. He's not good enough. He's not good enough, Pochettino, is he?
Well, I mean...
Listen, Chelsea, right? Pochettino's role is not to get them top 6 or top 8. Chelsea need to win the Premier League.
Yeah, or win something big.
He's not the manager to do that, is he?
Well, history has shown that he's maybe, when he gets to this crunch time where it's cup finals, pushing for titles, it's not quite there. He dropped short, so... On that evidence, you'd probably say no.
Let's find out what you, the football fan, think. 03717223344 is the number. Hassan has dialed. Hello, Hassan. How are you?
Hi, boys. How are we?
Good afternoon. We're good. How are you feeling?
Not not too great, as you can imagine. Just want to say, great show as always. I thought I'd start the call on a positive note.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you, man.
Every day.
Thank you. Now go to a negative note.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what you boys thought yesterday, but I thought, especially in the 90 minutes, I don't know if we were a better side, but we were definitely more in the game. We had clear-cut chances. The same old story at Wembley. Clear chances, you fail to take them, and then you get found out. Liverpool clinical.
Whose fault is it then?
Well, in terms of extra time, definitely, I think, I'm not one to say get the manager out, but the fact that he played penalties when Liverpool played on the trials, whatever you want to call it, that's unforgivable for me.
So what happens next?
In terms of what, the manager, or what do you mean?
Like, so for Chelsea Football Club, because you've got Leeds on Wednesday. Say you was to get beaten by Leeds, what happens then?
Yeah. Like I said, I came on a few weeks ago. I spoke to, I think, with yourself and Gabriel Mongla or Darren. I think there's nothing in terms of sacking manager now achieves nothing. I think you had Scott Minto on just then.
Yeah.
I agree with him. There's no reason to do that now. Wait until the end of the season. Even then, I still think it's his first season. It's way too early to pull the trigger. There's no one to get.
But what have you seen? What have you seen from your manager? You said that you thought you deserved to win the game, right? Yeah, Every stat I'm looking at, 54% Liverpool for possession. Yeah. 24 shots to your 19. Shots on target, 11 to 9. Every stat in front of me suggests that Liverpool were the better team. What have you seen from your manager this season that leads you to believe he is the right man for however long it takes till Chelsea win the Premier League again and the Champions League again?
Yeah, to be honest, whether or not he's our man or the man to bring us back, whatever you want to call it, I don't know. That's obviously yet to be proven. And, based on his past and things like that, he got to the Cup Final with Spurs, the Champions League, didn't happen for him. So obviously it leads to, to believe that he's not the man, but I've got to give the man a chance. It's his first season. Okay. In terms of the belief, if you look at our performances against the bigger teams, which is why I think this is a mentality problem. So we played against, we had the 4-4 against City. Obviously went to Spurs and won. We played Liverpool first game of the season and competed really well there. This is where there's a problem with mentality. When Liverpool took off their first teamers yesterday and brought the kids on, we shrunk. I think Gary Neville said in commentary.
Yeah, Hassan, let me take as many calls as I can. You make some good points. Paul's up next, a Liverpool fan. Hello, Paul.
Hiya, lads. How are you going?
Yeah, we're great. How are you?
Yeah, I'm all right, mate. Buzzing still.
I bet you are. Go on, what do you want to say, pal?
I tell you what, mate. We had a right touch there when we missed out on Caicedo. Mate, 15 million for Endo. That looks like a right steal, that does now.
But do you not think, Paul, the players you're alluding to, I just think with a better coach, i.e. Klopp, you'd see the player that they paid for. I just don't know whether or not Pochettino's that man.
I think you're bang on, Andy, lad. Absolutely bang on. Them young lads come there with Klopp every day. Do you know what I mean? He's doing something behind there at training, and that angle's for that Poch is just not doing. He's not doing it, and I hope they keep him to the end of the season. I really do. I hope they give him another 8-year contract and keep him to the next season.
I don't think that's going to. I would be. Thanks for your call, Paul. I would be worried if I was a Liverpool fan with what awaits at the end of the season. When you look at what Klopp's doing at that club, I mean, we don't know the reason why he's called it a day, but he has called it a day.
Yeah. The only thing I'd say is Liverpool, though, is that at least, and the way things are going right now, he's leaving them in a decent place.
Of course.
Do you know, he's not leaving where they're on their knees and you're thinking he's drained every last ounce out of them. Do you know what I mean? The future looks bright. I mean, Conor Bradley, how good's he, by the way? Trent's still young. I know Salah's getting on, Virgil's getting on, Alisson, but the future still looks bright for Liverpool.
Without a shadow of a doubt. But, I was listening to Breakfast Show this morning. They said, how do you replace him? And whoever the caller was, he said, you can't. You just got to get the next best thing.
Of course you have. But it's like Salah. How do you replace Salah? You don't. You can't replace him.
I know, but that's one man.
You have to.
This is the person that's in charge of 11.
Yeah, no, I still think Liverpool will be fine.
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.